G'day, welcome to Novardia. Hi everyone, oh my goodness, holy moly, thank you so much all of you for subscribing to my channel. Oh, it's been a massive past couple of days, and thank you for everyone who's come over from Paul's channel. I cannot express how much of a roller coaster it's been in the past couple of days, and I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing. You're all brilliant. Well, considering most of you have come from Paul's channel, I thought I might, do something just to help you guys out. So, do you have a friend who doesn't understand evolution, natural selection? Do you have a friend who refuses to accept that, no, evolution is not actually random? Well, do I have the product for you? For the low cost of whatever the amount of data this video costs, all in one special package for practically free, I will be able to show you and your friend, most likely your friend, why evolution is a thing going by the concept of natural selection. As I said, if you're from Paul's channel, you probably don't need this, but you probably need it for a friend of yours. This is just a really simple, quick video that will help you explain to them what natural selection is. I can't guarantee, however, a complete and utter wholesale destruction of their cognitive dissonance. I'm sorry, that one's up to you guys. So, evolution is random, but with an asterisk. The random part is the mutation. A mutation does something to change a protein structure. Proteins are basically the building blocks of your body. Take, for example, you've got your pipes, or your bricks, or your roof. They all, in your house, have a different function. Pipes transfer water through your building, bricks hold the building together, and the roof covers the building. Those are your proteins. Whenever there's a change in proteins in the body due to mutation, it can either be positive, negative, but most of the time neutral. And I can go into a lot of detail, but I won't. So that is what a mutation does, is it express a different type of protein. So that's the random part of it. The non-random part of it is the natural selection. So the other day I went out and bought some M&Ms. I'm now about 4 kilos heavier. And I decided to use these as an explanation as to what natural selection is. So natural selection basically comes under 4 different categories. Technically 5, but one of them's artificial selection, so I'm not putting it in this video because it's not natural selection, if that makes sense. With these M&Ms, I decided to just choose a colour that either light, dark, or somewhere in between to kind of give you an idea of what happens when evolution does its thing through natural selection. So let's get into it. So the first natural selection I'm going to show you is directional selection. So basically it's a selection that takes one extreme and knocks it out. A good example of that is an experiment that's happening right now, where they've got a whole heap of mice and they've got them on darker coloured soil and lighter coloured soil and open to the predators, and predators have been coming down and grabbing the lighter coloured mice on dark soil or the darker coloured mice on the light soil. And after several generations, there is allele frequencies for the darker coloured mice on dark soil much more common than the allele frequency of lighter coloured mice on the dark soil. So you can see in this video that I'm taking the lighter coloured M&Ms off this black piece of paper. And as I'm taking the lighter coloured M&Ms, I might occasionally take a darker coloured one. As a general rule, it's going a darker and darker group of M&Ms. So that is directional selection, is where one particular allele is taken out of a population. So the next type of natural selection I'm going to be showing you is stabilizing selection. So basically this is the one that sort of chops off both extremes of the bell curve. One example would be in human births, you've got the smaller babies and the larger babies are less likely to survive into adulthood. So as you can see in what I'm currently doing in this video is that I'm taking the lighter and the darker coloured M&Ms, and as you see as I progress, the overall group tends to be kind of in the middle. That is an example of stabilizing selection. The next type of natural selection is disruptive natural selection. So this is the opposite to stabilizing, where the average gets taken out. This is one of the rarer types of natural selection, but it can happen. So basically, I'm taking the red, the blue, and the occasional green out of this group of M&Ms. And the reason why I'm doing that is to kind of show you how the groups will end up diverging. The reason why this might happen is maybe the climate might change, or major disruption in the ecology of that area would make the average to be less viable and less fit in the evolutionary point of view. You get the extremes surviving. So as you can see, as this video continues on, the red, the blues, and the occasional greens are being taken out, and all of a sudden you're seeing the lightest and the darkest allele frequencies surviving my eating. And the last type of natural selection is sexual selection. One example is that it has been hypothesized that millions of years from now, our descendants as humans are actually going to have really large eyes, because humans find large eyes to be actually attractive in a person. That's one example of one hypothesis of what sexual selection will be in the future. As you can see in my example of the M&Ms, I am choosing the yellow and the orange to be the desirable sexual trait. Not that I find sexually attractive, but I chose the orange and yellow to be what other M&Ms find attractive. And as you can see, as I continue on, there's less and less greens and blues in this group of M&Ms. And now you can see that the allele frequency of green and blue is less common than the yellow. So that happens over a long period of time. That's what evolution is. Mutations happen randomly. However, those mutations, when expressed in a different way, can either be detrimental or positive. Evolution is guided by natural selection. That's my quick, dirty introduction to natural selection. If you have any friends who really enjoy strawmanning evolution because of that evolution is random and not taking into account that natural selection is not, show them this video. So again, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm just like, wow, thank you. And I hope you have a lovely day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this. And don't forget, don't give yourself the raw prawn. And also a special thank you to my amazing patrons, especially my highest tiers patrons, Miss Blunya, Aiden Furball, and Lauren Hart. Thank you very much, Lauren, for joining up. And talk to you guys soon. Bye.